What up? What up? Hey, hey, hey. Did you miss me? What up, guys? This your boy Shacko. This your main man, your guy's guy, Shacko, with another episode of Supermen Talk. Let's get it. All right, guys. Another episode of Supermen Talk. And the topic of today's episode is, what does the best you look like? Let's get into it. Now, we all have an understanding, guys, of in general how things work in the world, right? If you haven't been hiding in the cave or under a rock, you know, we all or haven't been on another planet. We all know how things pretty much work. If you live in America, we all know how things pretty much generally works in the world, especially in America, right? And this is goes in regards to what do your best life look like, and how do you acquire your best life, and typically, guys, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because in today's time you got a lot of relationships failing, a lot of marriages ending, a lot of divorces coming to fruition, and it just don't take a genius or a rocket scientist, to understand that it's because of the modern or ways of the world, and hence the thinking, the way the modern woman move in the world today is dictating a lot of the way that the men are moving, right? And they have modern men as well. And what's happening is the men typically would, how the father, the uncle, or the granddad would raise the young man, is to raise him to stand on his own, to be a man of his word, a man of integrity, a hard-working man, to provide and to go get the things he need. Those were some of the basic requirements that you would need to have to acquire a woman. I was mentioning to a couple guys a couple weeks ago in just regard to back in the days, you didn't have to too much worry about being the best looking guy. As long as you were a fair looking guy, you work hard, you're a hard worker, you got a job, you have your own vehicle to get to and fro, you have a roof over your head, you pay your own bills. That was signs of a healthy, a responsible, and accountable man, and a man willing to do what it takes to be a king of his castle, a king of a castle, right? To have his own castle. And that was attractive to women. Now, this modern time that we live in, women are getting paid, in most cases, more than men, but they're still yelling out that they're getting unequal pay, right? That men get paid more than women, which is not true, because there are laws set in place where that if that was to happen, that businesses can get sued. So why would they take that chance, right? So we're going to just skip past that part. That could be for another episode. Women going to make up. I understand this, and I've talked to plenty of women. I've had plenty of women. I've had plenty of females that I have sexual relationship, women that I didn't have sexual relationship, and they're all, when you really sit down with them one-on-one, when there's no camera around, when there's no recording around, you get a bit more of who they are, but still they stick to the script. That's one thing about women. They're going to stick to the script because that's what's been embedded in them. You got to understand, women, they've been hypnotized by the modern day workforce, and how and the selling points of the modern woman, and how they sold that to the modern woman. I met some guys that is a little under 25, 26 that have an understanding of how things used to work and what were the requirements of men and what were the requirements of a woman. Again, going back to the requirements of men was basically you had to have a job, be fairly good looking, didn't have to be the best looking guy, know how to put, colors together, didn't have to have the most expensive outfits. Yeah, well, all those things help being the best looking guy, having the best money, making the most money, having the best name vehicles and clothing. Yes, jewelry, yeah, of course. Come on now. And the more you have, the more the woman will want. We understand that, right? But you just be a fairly looking guy, hardworking guy, a guy that has his own, a guy that has a moral foundation and faith in God. Basically, it's the only things that you had to have in a guy that, at least had a little height on him, just a little. You didn't have to be too tall. It's basically however tall the woman was. If you had a woman that was 5'2", all you had to do was be about 3 inches taller than her, maybe. Maybe 2 inches taller than her. It just have a will to want to protect her. Basically, these was the necessities and the basics of a man to acquire just most 50% of the woman. Understand this, people. The women requirements by men was always a lot less strenuous than what was required of the man by the woman. All the woman basically had to do is just be nice looking, right? Nice looking, be clean. Man don't want no dirty, no stinking woman, no fishy woman, right? And a woman that doesn't have a high head count when it comes to sexually, right? Preferably he wants her untouched. But we know for sure that we don't live in, especially in America, where sexuality is put at the forefront of everything, right? Even back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, shows were always depicting of how you should look at sex or sexual relationships. But to stick with the point at hand, what do your best life look like? And for men, that is depicted by what the woman wants, right? What the woman desires. Because what the men are going to do, especially the modern men, going to do what it takes to please what you have in these days and time are called the modern woman, And you may say, well, yeah, man, not every woman is a modern woman. True. Not all. I'm not saying every man think this way and every woman is this way. I'm saying for the most part, you've seen a lot of men out there that are capitulating and are going away from who they truly are. You got a lot of men that are just doing whatever it takes to acquire that particular woman that he's attracted to. And that's the worst thing you can do, man. Men, that is the worst thing you can do, to convert over to what a woman wants you to be. The woman that you desire. When she start wanting you to change things about yourself, leave that woman alone ASAP. Make up any excuse as possible. You got to leave out of town, something happened in the family, you got a job out of the country, whatever you need to do. I always say, you can always use those, telling a fib or a lie to a woman that you don't want to be with. I don't see nothing wrong, because you don't owe her a damn thing. But I always like going with the truth. Hey, you just not for me. There's a couple things that you said that just kind of just cut on my red flag, and I'm just not interested. You're a very nice looking woman. I'm sure that you have at least 20 to 50 more guys out there that's going to be throwing themselves at you, maybe in the next lifetime. But no hard feelings. Thank you for your time, and move on about your business. Now, I know you may get that woman to call you all type of pussy nigga. You just can't handle a strong woman. fuck you. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, why are you acting like that? Well, what did I say? What did I do? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel. See, when you got that type of woman that's giving that type of emotion, it's because she see a lot of value in you. And you may say, oh, okay, that's good. That's right now. Not just a woman that see what I'm worth. No, not necessarily, brother. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is just a higher form, a higher level of manipulation. See, this one understands that calling you out your name and using vulgar language and just being all out deranged, she's learned that for the guy that she truly wants to convert, she sees value in. Maybe you are a high earner, right? Maybe you are a really good looker. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're a good fuck to her, and you were one of the best fucks she's ever had to make her to accomplish her orgasm or whatever. I don't know, but all I'm saying is a woman that's able to adjust her emotions, you know, could be considered a valuable woman if she know how to put her emotions to the side and put forth the man's wants first. And some of y'all may be falling out of your chair when I said that just now. Put the man want first. Yes, because the man is the leader. You know, no men typically gets into a relationship with a woman saying that, well, shit, both of us the leader. And I never rock with any dudes on just even a conversational type rocking with a dude. You know, 'cause I'm not big on having friends, a lot of friends. And you may say that I go into another story. I can get into that later, but I just tell you a short reason because friendship has to be earned. A lot of times people want to just call you their friend because they smoke a blunt with you, because they have a couple of drinks with you, or because they work with you. That don't necessarily make somebody your friend. That makes them your associate. You know them, right? So friends have to be proven, right? Period. Just like wives have to be proven. You understand me? Because men are supposed to be the prize. But let me get back to um, what I was talking about. What I was saying was that just a higher level of that could be used, that could be seen as the woman being more valuable because she know how to adjust her emotions, right? And men say, well, I like that. Most women don't just stick on one mind frame is what she want, how she want it, and she can't see it any other way. If it can't be the way she wants, she catching a fit, and she's going all crazy, drawing temper tantrums. Yes, we understand that is the typical woman, right? But when you meet this woman that is able to adjust, it could be a woman that understands your value and willing to adjust her emotions in regards to your want and your will and your leadership, and to put and to rest her trust in you. But it could be that. It could be that 1 or 2% of women that are able to do that. But most likely, brothers, the truth of the matter is going to be that these women has upped their manipulation game. You understand what I just said there to you? They have upped their game of manipulation, especially when you are a good looker, a good fuck to them, or a high earner. They have learned to up their game. Or you just a good conversationalist. You're able to put words together. That is another turn on for women. I've learned that as well. Women, that is something that you don't get in a whole lot of men, because a whole lot of men don't have to be great conversationalists. They can just look good and be high earners, and that knocked two things out the park. That automatically for women means like he can get this pussy, right? And if he just so happen to have good sex, that's three strikes you in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting you go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna flatten your cars, bust your windows, show up at your job type bitch. You know what I'm saying? So be careful just because the woman is a good looker. She got a nice, smooth, soft ass on her, plump breast, and a pretty face, man, and soft hands. Be very careful, guys, of having sex with these type of women that are so just full of themselves. They they want to be around men that have some kind type of status, because what that does, it adds on to them like makeup almost. It beautifies them. A man with status, a man with good looks, you know, a man just with good sex, as they would call it, as women would call it, is good dick to them, right? Um, it just adds to their status. It gives them talking points to go and bring to other females of their circle, whether it be in their family or whether it be other females that they work with or that they're just associates with, right? Women love talking points. They love to gossip. They need something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? This is women' way of conjuring things, conjuring problems. This is how they come together and they conjure up these problems and these situations. See, so becoming your best self, guys, should be dictated by the laws of God, by the word of God. But because you guys fear fear doing the right thing, because you understand that it's going to take work, it's going to take you willing yourself to do it, you know, because you have to will yourself to become this new man, right? To become this man of God, you know, to become this man after the word of God, because the temptation is always in front of you. Again, if you're a looker, if you know, you're able to provide women with the sex that they require, you know what I'm saying? If you're a high earner, you know, these things make you an asset to a woman, but doesn't make you an asset to the kingdom of God, right? To the will of God. You know what I'm saying? You might say, well, I'm an asset to myself, man, because I'm able to acquire the woman. Well, you got to understand, the woman was made from you. You was fashioned by, men were fashioned by the hands of God. The woman came from the man ribs. You see what I'm saying? So how I would look at it, I don't know how you guys would look at it. You know, we are already imperfect, but you know, we was fashioned by God's hand, so we were made in some level of perfection, right? Not in pure perfection, but on some level of perfection, because it was made by His perfect hands, right? And His perfect His perfect power. But the woman was fashioned from us. So I look at it like this: the woman was fashioned from us, which was fashioned by from the weaker essence of us, right? To create her, because what makes sense to create, you already got the strongest part of us there, and we was created. So you need the opposite of that. You need the yin and the yang, right? You need the light and you need the darkness. Women typically bring the darkness. She's supposed to be the softness, but she typically bring darkness. She typically bring anger. She typically bring hatred. She typically brings problems from one relationship over to another relationship, over to another relationship, over to another relationship. And she allows these things to build up in her spirit, to build up in her mind. And this molds her on who she becomes. She becomes this new character. She only becomes a shadow of who she was created in her infant stages as a child to be. And now she has created this whole new person. And all these spirits, all these men that have been inside of her have left these spiritual imprints upon her, right? Where she has lost herself. She's confused. You know what I'm saying? She's lost. And then keep in mind, these are not no form of any unwanted sex or forced sex. These are all sexual relationships. These women have opened herself up to these men, all right, to gain some type of access to these men, that and the access was based on what she seen in those men at those particular times. You know, that she saw something in those men, whether it was because of his looks, whether it's because of his finances, whether it's because, you know, he could provide her with multiple orgasms, whether he could uh, fix vehicles or fix a house. He had some level. He had met some level of requirement to that woman, that she deemed beneficial. You know what I'm saying? But what a lot of women are meeting these guys nowadays that are great providers. These men are great providers, man. I mean, they're really great providers. I mean, they're over 5, 6 figure earners a year type of men. They're providing these women with the lifestyle of clothes, the luxury of being able to get their fingernails and their makeup and their hair done. Do you understand the price, the expense of hair and makeup and nails? Alone, that stuff can add up between a woman, the level of the woman that you're dealing with, where she likes to shop, and how much she like to get it done up. That stuff can range you anywhere from $500 to $10,000 a month, maybe even more. I'm not even a guy that's halfway rich, but I understand the workings of these things because I see them on a day in and day out basis. I see women going broke on their own accord. Excuse me, that was my alarm. But these women are going broke, so now they're fishing for ducks. They're fishing for men that would uh, uh, pay for their beauty expenses, right? And the perk of that is, she'll suck them up a little bit. She'll fuck them a little bit based on how much she like him, how attractive he is, and how much of a duck he is, how often he's willing to pay her bills. See, you dudes are willing to be wet behind the ear. And you can't get mad when these women use you, but when you put yourself in that position to be used, because you don't want to be stand-up guys. You don't want to be the guys that the women typically roll their eyes at. Guys like myself, women automatically know off top of the dome. Don't play with him. Don't ask him, will he buy me this? Can he buy me that? Because you know this man's stance. I know his talking points. I could tell by the gait of this man walk, how he carries himself, the gait of his talk. They know who to play with. They know who to ask these absurd questions to. They know who to fish for, because you have that fish look on your face. You have them duck lips. Like, you go choose me, I'll do anything you want. I'll suck your pussy. I do what your last 3 husbands wouldn't do. Now he wouldn't even his red flags wouldn't even go off because he's so wet behind the ear to taste this woman's vagina. He don't even want to slide his dick in that wet pussy. I never was a fan of eating ass or eating pussy. I never was a fan of that, because I always told people, man, why am I doing that? Because look, my lips and my tongue can't have an orgasm, right? Now you may have an orgasm if my lips or my tongue happens to connect with your vagina, but nah, that's not for me. I leave that to them guys that feel like that's what they need to do in order to turn you on. I never had a woman that wasn't watery wet just by the idea of she's about to get served by me. I know that sound like me hyping myself up. I know how it sound. I know y'all going to look for the any way you can discredit somebody that's coming with vital information that's going to be vital spiritually and mentally for your mind, because you don't want to let go of the old ways of doing things. I'm not saying become no modern man. What I'm saying is become a thinker of today's time. In order to not get tricked by the modern woman, you got to know how the modern woman thinks. You got to know the way she moves. You know what I'm saying? You got to know the way that she's like a lioness, hunts for her food, hunts for the things that she desires. You know what I'm saying? You think you out there hunting, but she's out there hunting for you. She out there hunting for ducks. It's duck season. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play this little thing, guys, in regards to how you cannot fully ever fulfill a woman's desire. No matter how much money you make, no matter how good you look, no matter how many good pointers you give her on a business or spiritually, because the woman wants to be separate from the man. See, that is the fad now. It is a fad now and is accepted now here, especially in America. I don't know about any other parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's accepted now here in America, and it has been for a little time now, and it's becoming even more of a normacy as time goes on. To get married, have people come to a $1 million and $2 million wedding. All this money is being spent for a woman to say, you know what, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of you working so many long nights. It used to be a time where a woman was talking about, well, I'm tired of you making children outside of the home and making me look like a fool. Now these women are complaining about you're making too much money by spending so much time at your job. Now you're creating a generational wealth, and you're not spending enough time with me. You see, it used to be at a point in time where women expected their men to go off to work and to work long days. It was a point in time where there was no motor vehicles. Men rode horses longer ways and travel really far, and wouldn't show up for maybe 4 or 5 days later, sometimes weeks later. And women understood what it took for a man to be a man, and for a man to acquire and to be where he at, and to have the status that he would need to have to provide protection and to provide the food on the table. See, women had more patience back in the day because there was less offered. You know what I'm saying? There was less choices. But this is what happens when you give the female species choice. That's why a woman should not be in any type of decision really powerful when it comes to the masses of people type of power. She becomes selfish with the power. She deems herself as a god with the power. Now, some of you guys may be saying, "But don't men do that?" No, not necessarily. Yeah, men became and has become prideful. Yeah, there has been evil men. Yes, there's evil all over in animals and in men and in women. But women believes because their beauty, based off purely off their beauty and their vagina that is craved for, that men have become slaves for. You know what I'm saying? They deem themselves as God in regards to the mind of a woman. And when you give her choices, you as men, we should make the woman choice for her. Now, I know for a lot of you that's listening right now, y'all may be saying that's old fashioned, but it worked, right? I'm not saying a woman should have a choice in nothing. What I'm saying is in major decisions, it always should be when there's a man and woman together. If y'all call yourself being together in a marriage, in a relationship, being a fiance, being engaged, the man should always make the decision when it's time to go somewhere, when it's time to go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Now, the woman can make plans in regards to if she want to have a little bit of a change. Yes, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it should always be the man's decision, because guess what? The man got to make the decision is this going to be a safe place? You want to go there, but is it safe? You know, you want to go on this ride, but the man has to do the research and he has to hear the word that, hey, man, how's this been working? What, somebody died on this thing just over 9 months ago? And within the last 5 years, 2 people got hurt. The man got to come up and stand up and make these decisions, man, and stop allowing the woman to make the decisions just based on him wanting to keep this woman to himself. All you're doing is making that woman see you as a duck. And when you're a duck, she's going to play you for a duck. And then there's going to be different guys going in and out of her, busting off on her butt, on her back, in her face, on her stomach, because she deemed them as stronger men. She won't allow you to do that. She won't allow you to bust off on her face. She won't allow you to do that. She wants you to wipe it off. You know, oh no, I'm not ready. She let the other guys that has no will or no want to be with her in any long-term sense at all, be with her. They put down the law from the day one. Look, man, I'm just saying, you beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I just want you to, I just want to taste that pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest with you. I just want you to jump on this dick. And they're turned on by his truth and his honesty. Even though it's vulgar, she's turned on by that because typically the husband is the lover boy. He's the romantic, right? He's the intentive guy. He's listening to all her problems, and to her, he's a duck for doing that. Now she wants that, and she needs someone to listen to her problems, as her father probably had listened to her, or her mother probably had listened to her problems, right? But you're only going to mock yourself up as a duck in the end when it's all said and done. And you know what she's gonna do? She's going to, after she find out that you see, these are tests. These are all tests. Women don't need a guy to have money, a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I've seen good looking women be with men in, I'm talking about, in horrible conditions because she really want to be with that woman. Why? Because he's a man that's standing on his word. He may be a wicked nigga, but he stand on his word. When he say like, fuck all that, man, bitch, fuck you. And he stand on his word. I'm not telling women to go and search for those men that disrespect them or put them down, but you're going to need a man that has that level of his word and not moving off on his word on what he stand for. And too many of these so-called husbands uh, that has become husband wives, they're doing wife duties as a husband. You know what I'm saying? He don't even get oral sex no more, but he's giving her oral sex uh, 2, 3, 4 times a month. You see what I'm saying? You became the husband wife. She's going to tell her friends, girl, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have left him, you know what I'm saying, because it's just not there no more, but he do eat my pussy good. I'm not even gonna lie. And the kids do love him, and I don't want to disappoint the kid. It's really more or less for the kids. And while she at it, she's still able to get gifts and get complimented and all these things. And they got men out here taking up for women like that. Because you know what? They're weak men. They're too scared to two things. They're too scared to start over and get the accomplished and the right woman for themselves, and they're too scared to be by themselves during the process of trying to acquire the appropriate woman that they need in their lives, right? The woman that's going to listen and follow what he asks her to do and what he need for her to do. That's the whole purpose of woman, is to bring forth life, that man's seed. And number 2 is to be a helpmate for that man. Now, no matter how a woman wants to change the wording of God's word to meet her needs, look, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing the woman can do about it. You know, y'all men that say that y'all stand for what y'all stand for, and y'all tired of being these horrible, manipulative relationships with these women that are just fucking crazy and narcissists, you got to start standing on integrity. And what happens is y'all stand on integrity when y'all get out the relationship, right? And then soon as another pretty butt and a pretty face passes in front of you and she smiles at you, and then you shoot your shot and she take your number and she calls you, y'all niggas say, fuck that integrity. Y'all take that integrity, pick that integrity up, pack it in a bag and put it in your closet. You know what I'm saying? Until you get your fucking feelings hurt. Then you want to pull the string of integrity back out. Y'all got to stop doing this. I just want y'all to check something out real quick, man, in regards to how a woman, and again, the topic of today's topic of Superman Talk today was what does living your best life look like? Is it dictated by the word of God, or is it dictated by vagina, by woman, right? Now, these are women. This is a show. It doesn't matter the show, but this is the general of how these shows, particularly reality shows, are worked and ran, and how the women depict themselves. Nobody is making them act like this. This is who they choose to be. This is what the words they choose to say, and this is what they choose to believe in, and to get their businesses. And they start these type of problems in their life because they know they're going to have a fellowship of women behind them. You know, like these women want to become God. They want to become Christ. Like they want to start being their own Beyonce, right? And they want these women to follow them. Like Beyonce is having her own church, and women to have a day of glorifying her, and she's singing parts of her song in the church. Now, what kind of demonic, abominable a church service that is, serving God is that. But anyway, I want you to check out this bit of audio commentary on these women, how they think. These are women that's driving Maybachs, Rolls Royce, up to date, the everyday driver, Mercedes and Lexuses and Porsche and stuff like that, right? These are what these women driving. They're driving, they're walking in the latest clothes and clothing, and they have their hair did up, face caked up, and nails done to the T. And this is what they're complaining about.
So many years of my marriage, I never felt like I had genuine support from other people who understood what I was going through. And now with me and Monique, I do feel like I have that support, and I'm happy that I have somebody to talk to about the ups and downs of marriages and not feel like I'm complaining.
We're in a situation now where Chris says, I support you. He's very proud, like he does. But when it comes down to like really needing that support, it's like I gotta like darn near kick him.
Exactly.
Like get off the couch, do something with the kids.
Yeah. Quick as that way, he'll come home and.
Now notice she said do something with the kids. And later on you'll understand that this man be taking care of his kids, hanging out with his kids, teaching, playing with his kids. So basically this is the type of woman, these are the type of women that look for excuses to go out and have fun that they feel they're not having at the house. So when you got a woman coming up with elaborate excuses like that, it's because her eyes is starting to wander, right? You might not see it on the show. You might not see it in real life because you're not in their home. But when a woman is starting to make up excuses, it's because her mind and her eyes are elsewhere, right? She's starting to lose eyes and attraction for this man. So it's time to let's see what I can complain about. Let me find out. Let me look in this haystack for this pin that I dropped.
Ouch. Do something with the kids.
Yeah. Quick as that way, he'll come home and he's like, I got this opportunity. I'm gonna be gone for a few days.
No
and I'm
questions.
just like, okay, I don't get to do that.
Right.
Like I have opportunities and I'm like, okay, wait, I have to make sure the kids are straight. And literally whenever I do leave, it's like I have to get my mom, I have to get a sitter, like 3 different people to.
Wow, that's a lot of work for you to make phone calls to get you to help with your. They got some women out there that don't have nobody that they can call on. Some men that don't have nobody that they can call on to get somebody to watch your kids because you want to do something different aside from raise your kids that you bust your legs open to have, that you allow that man to ejaculate inside of you. So now it's a problem. Now she wants to be heard. Now listen to how many excuses she'll come up with. First is there's not much shift in the relationship. There's not a lot of problems. You got to read through women talking points, men, because they'll use these vague statements. They use these vague definitions of words, and you'll be confused, right, as to what this woman wants because she's confused. And when a woman's confused, she brings confusion into the relationship. And that is all part of women know that when you bring confusion into a relationship, you're able to manipulate the man once he becomes confused on what the problem is. Because what the woman starts to do, she starts to bring up many different little issues that the man deemed like, you're talking about, I'm not here to take the children to school in the morning, but you're here. You don't work. I'm the one that got to get up. Why you need me to be here? See, it's little stuff like that. Because you got to call 1, 2, 3 people to help with. At least you got people. You got the resources. You got the money. That people will come over because you can pay them. Because surely they're not doing it for free. And that's even better. If they're doing it for free, that's even better. But you're not hearing me. But all I'm saying is I want you to be here sometime. Well, why is a must that I be here sometime to bring the children to school? I'm here at dinner. I'm here when they go to sleep. I'm here at this. I'm here when we go out and have a good time together as a family. Not everybody has that, but you're complaining because you can't do that. I have to take care of my kids that I created and that I opened my legs to have. Fuck out of here.
I have to get my mom, I have to get a sitter, like 3 different people to come help him do everything that I do.
Girl, you know what? This is so refreshing because he thinks that.
Girl, that's right, girl. This is so real. I needed that. I needed somebody I can complain to and run the shit with because it's just hard for me to find something against this man. They want to be equal to the man. So basically what y'all want to do, y'all want to rewrite what God has created and what he has already written for the man to do and for the woman to do based on y'all making money. Think about that. The house and shoot this shit because I just get tired of being in that big ass house.
You know what? This is so refreshing because he thinks in his mind that he's handling it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, you got help.
Exactly.
A lot of times, people from the outside looking in, they just see the man and they say, wow, he's a great provider. He's hands-on with his kids. He's such a good husband to his wife.
Wow, you telling me? I'm going to say damn wow. Wow, you telling me he's hands-on with his kids. He's such a great provider and he's such a good husband. What the fuck are you complaining about? And better yet, why are you telling another woman your problems, all for her just to have enough information on knowing what to do because you don't know what to do with the man that you got? So don't feel bad if that woman ever came behind your back and gave your man fellatio or jumped on his ride and rode him. Don't get fucking mad because you gave all the info that he needs.
He's such a good husband to his wife. He makes sure that she has everything she needs. And it's almost like you get put into this position where you can't complain.
That's right. You shouldn't complain. But since you such an unappreciative princess, you're going to complain anyway. Because never is enough for the modern day woman.
You can't complain. But your complaints and what you feel is valid.
Valid to you because you're unappreciative and you got an empty hole that cannot be filled.
It's valid.
You don't want to seem like unappreciative for everything that they do, but it's...
Even she sense it. Even she sensitive. You're like, oh damn, girl, now you going overboard now. Shit. I mean, I know my husband, he worked too much. All I want him to come home and just give me that yike. But you talking about this man is giving you money, allowances, paying all the bills, allowing you to go shopping. Shit, you out here talking to me right now. Shit. And where the kids at? Where the kids at? Shit, girl, I don't want to seem like we're unappreciative. Now let me put that out there. Now the camera is on us, girl.
But it's like, I need a little more.
Right. I think I'm kind of like at that point now. I'm like, I need change. Like,
see, that's what it's always about, guys. Just a little bit more. You accomplished that? Thank you, baby. But can you just do a little bit more? You accomplished that? You such a good man. I appreciate you so much. I tell everybody about you. But can you, baby, just do this? What? A little bit more? Cannot satisfy them, guys.
Yeah, I'm like, I need change. Like, I need it desperately. Mm-hmm. But I need to have y'all over for dinner. I was thinking.
And here comes, I need to have y'all over for dinner. I need to invite you over. We can have couples night. We can go see the weird sex doctors that know everything about our sex history and how to manipulate the minds of her husband and even herself, because you're telling everybody everything that goes on, everything that's supposed to be secret, just between you and your man, you're expressing not to just one or two or maybe a room full of people, but you're expressing to the whole damn country and maybe even the world. But that's what happens. That's what happens when you have an insatiable spirit, an unsatisfied, unappreciative spirit, a spirit of greed, never enough. And that is exactly what y'all looking at. So take heed, guys, to these little shows that you might have to watch with your wife or your lady when you're off, because she's going to want you to watch shows like this, or 48 Hours, a bunch of murders. Men get tired of that shit about murders because either he's been, having to deal with that himself, or he's been around that, growed up around that. But all she wants to do is watch how somebody got killed and how they solved the damn murder. They solved it by investigating. That's how they solved the goddamn murder. There ain't no secret behind that. All right. Now let's move on, guys, to the other portion of the video. So-called 7-year itch. It's supposed to be this 7-year itch in the marriage that y'all, that women supposed to start to feel, or to things are supposed to start to occur. See, this is like this Blair Witch show. After 7 years, the boogeyman appears like Jeepers Creepers. Every 10 years or so, he appears and and devours. These women are so into witchcraft, and some of them are so ignorant of the women, other women that they sit around that are into this high level witchcraft, that they don't even know what's going on. But guess what? God's still going to hold all accountable. You call yourself an adult, you call yourself a man or woman, you call yourself making your own decisions, you call yourself being your own decision maker, right? Guess what? You made your decisions without God, you're going to have to suffer the consequences without God. Hurrying and racing to be wives, and to put that white dress on, and to be at an altar, and to hold the flowers in their hand and get the ring put on their finger. They want to have this man child, his children, because of his status, because of his finances, because of his looks, because these are the reasons you are attracted to him, right? Everybody saying, girl, you did it, girl. Ooh, girl, you did it, girl. You ain't gonna lie, girl. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And then reality start to hit. Oh, he's not perfect. He's not perfect. Hey, guys, I wanted to make this. I wanted to say this. I think this is just so funny, man. You kind of look at, and this is basically on the same topic, but they kind of depicted the same type of stuff of this modern thinking type of woman. And I mentioned a couple of times, I say, even if men were superhuman beings, could lift up skyscrapers, stadiums, stop satellites from falling to the earth, stop bullets and missiles, fly at the speed of light. You see what I'm saying? Had heat vision and all this other stuff. This woman is being protected by this man. You know what these women would complain about? If they're not in a relationship with this type of man, you know what they could be saying? They'll be trying to get the man to come sleep with them, asking for something. You're not spending time you're not doing it. Now this man is out here saving countless children, babies, women, men, elderly. Huh? He's keeping the earth together from going at war with other interplanetary beings. This woman is worrying about he's not inside with her at night, putting a dick on her. You see how selfish women are? Now, I know y'all may be saying, oh, man, yes, oh, man, that's a cartoon. Oh, man, that's a movie. Yes, it is a movie. Dummy. I know it's a movie. I know it's a character. I know it's a cartoon based off a comic book character. What I'm saying is even the comic book writers understand the mind of women, because there's men writing it for the most part, right? They understand the mind of women. The mind of a woman is so damn needy. She pretends she don't need a man, but she is the most needy being on the face of the earth, the woman. So I just use that as an analogy to say, even if men were and had the power to have these abilities and to save countless lives upon countless lives, this woman, the modern woman, would still be complaining about something that this Superman or these Supermen are not providing. So I want you guys to keep this in mind when you're dealing with women, men. Again, Supermen Talk is a podcast, is a show dedicated for the men that has been through tumultuous relationships, that are in headache and stroke inducing relationships. Yes, because a lot of these relationships are stressing men out to the point where they are having strokes, heart attacks, migraine headaches, and yes, it's causing men to cheat. I know that has shook you to your core. What you mean? His relationship causing him to cheat? Shut your fucking mouth. number one thing is causing him to cheat. Your fucking mouth, women, is causing men to cheat. What? Shut the fuck up. Your mouth, women, are causing men to cheat. It is what you are saying and how you are saying them. You're saying them in the way of non-love. When you respond to the man, you don't even show that you love him. You're looking down, you're folding up clothes, you're digging through your drawers, you're chopping up something on the cutting board, you're putting something in the trash. You don't have no eye-to-eye contact with the man while he's trying to talk to you. You're walking off from him. You're walking past him. You're talking through him while he's trying to connect with you. Women are complaining. The other women's complaining about raising 2 kids and it being difficult. Huh? What's wrong with these women today, man? Huh? What's wrong with these women today?
I'm trying to understand him better. Like, maybe he just don't understand himself.
You gotta tell him on real life.
Oh, we doing great. I don't want to talk about a bunch of surface stuff. Oh, where'd your mom from the town? Oh, yeah, the trip was great. Oh, like, I'm like, spiritually, did it do anything for you?
She don't want to talk, but she just said she wants to have a deep, in-depth conversation. Now you don't want to talk? Say that, because that helps tell the story from your lens, so it's not just her lens. Gotta have that balance.
I don't want to keep beating the dead horse, and I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to put him down.
You finish it?
But you are putting them down, though. And you're putting them down not just before 10 or 20 people that's in your home, but you're putting them down for the whole world to see. This is a broadcast out to the whole United States of America and no telling what other countries, right? So it goes, you're putting it out there for essentially the whole world to know how unappreciative you are. And if men get with women like that, whereas they're staying in big, huge houses, like the house she's in now, and plus this man got a vacation house that they go to that's just as big or bigger. And I know y'all probably saying, women, that it's not about the money, but stop lying to yourselves. For you, your species, the women species, it is about the money. It is about the status, because with money comes status. With status, typically has something to do with the money and the power, right? Because that's what the songs y'all make. That's the songs y'all listening to. That's the movies y'all watch. You know what I'm saying? That like the movie, the show called Power. Y'all like shit about that. Y'all like finding out how to get away with certain stuff, how to attract certain things, how to keep a man, how to make him give you what you want. You know, how to make him go all out, how to make him want to willingly die for you. You know, y'all are always looking for the next thing for the man to do for you. That because y'all are not happy with yourselves on the inside. Let's continue.
And I don't want him to feel like I'm trying to put him down.
You finish it, or should I stay out?
You come back in.
So he comes back in right here to talk to his wife, right? To try to even see if there's anything that more that he can do, because he loves this woman. It's obvious to see that he has this woman in his home. He's not messing with any other women. You know, he might not be in the greatest of shape, but I'm still sure he's somewhat of an athlete. You know, but that's what happens. A woman use up the resources they get with men when they're in their prime. Their looks in their prime. Their strength is in their prime. And time, 15, 20 years pass. Some of them even less than that, 7 to 10 years pass. Then it's time to move on to the next relationship.
Should I stay out?
You come back in. Okay.
So what women do is they make up excuses in problematic situations. They have nothing to complain about. Can't say he a deadbeat dad because he's a great dad. The man, you're going to hear him say that he's there, he's watching the kid. She wants to work. She don't wants to be at home with the kids all day in a beautiful house with the bills paid and able to shop and talk to her girlfriend. She don't want that because she wants to make it up excuses because she still feel like she has a youth vitality still left to her. That she's still young and pretty enough that she still can attract other men that she's interested in. That is what all this is about. You guys can yell, holler, hoop, get mad, fuss, cuss, and all that bullshit if you want. It's because the truth is stinging your ass like holy water to a vampire.
when I'm having these conversations with you,
So rest assured,
like trying to come at you, like I'm just trying to put you
the fake crying coming,
or try to like belittle you or take away from what you do bring. I want to align. Like I don't feel like we're like walking hand in hand together.
Lady, how more aligned do you want a man to be in marriage, for richer or poor, for better or worse, to life do you apart? These fucking women don't know what aligning is. They don't know what love is. They get married, they think marriage is just fun. For them, marriage is fun. Look, they give you the pretty little eye, the cute little face, and the small waist, and the soft little voice. And y'all look at these women like they're angels because you can bust off in a soft, wet pocket. Huh? Angels or angelic people that have an angelic spirit about them are going to present themselves in that way. They're going to be very appreciative. Angelic people. Hear me, clearly hear me. Angelic people are very appreciative. Open up your ears, become a listener to what the man is asking you to do. And I guarantee you, you will find your vagina getting back moist for this man in your life. See, your vagina has dried up for this man. You're not horny anymore for this man because he has learned to put his foot down. Me, my ass wouldn't even deal with you. Be aware of that, men. Let's continue.
Walking hand in hand together. I feel like it's very off balance, and I'm just trying to get the balance back. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be trying so desperately if I didn't want.
Oh, here go the fake crying.
Like,
but listen to the man. Listen to him.
Figure this thing out. This whole marriage thing don't come with no manual. Like, I'm trying to figure it out just like you trying to figure it out. Like, I love you. Like, ain't nothing more important than trying to, be the man that you need, and I've been working on those things. Like, for the longest, I guess I dropped the ball because I feel like, all right, I'm here every night.
Now, this is him trying to take the blunt force of all her problems. That's the wrong thing to do. See, now, here's the look on her face. Oh, there he goes. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Now I can interject what I really want. Now I got him feeling bad about he can do more. Even though he's doing great, he's an awesome man. This is my time to take over. Be very aware, men, of absorbing. Be very aware, very conscious of when you're trying to be such a good man that you are absorbing your wife's, your woman's, your female problems. Her problems are her problems. Ooh, I know y'all saying that's cold-blooded, huh? Oh, fucking well. Because she, as a woman, grown woman, has to learn how to deal with her problems on her own with God. It's nothing that man can do, especially if he's providing a big, huge house, money to buy food and clothes and makeup and eyebrows and lipstick. See, she's so worried about that this man is providing everything that you might have seen in one of my other videos that people are saying, what are you complaining about? This man is providing everything. So in her mind and women's mind, they're so fucking prideful. They want to stand and hold their arms up and like they got a bicep, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can do what we can do, but you can't. That's why you're on the floor crying, huh? Because you don't know how to deal with life and don't know how to deal with your own damn emotions. Oh, you cold-blooded, Shackle. No, I'm real. And don't raise your daughters to be like this. So, because what's going to happen, man, he said, well, I love my daughter, man. I got to give her everything she needs. Give her everything that she needs in the Lord, in righteousness, according to God, his commandments, his laws. That's what you do. That's the best thing you could do for your children. They might be angry with you. They might have a dislike for you to a certain extent. Shit, hell, they might even start to hate you. But who cares? That's right. I said it. Who cares? You shouldn't care. Because if you're doing what God tell you to do, that's all that shall matter. You should not let no woman, nor even your own children dictate to you how to be obedient to the Most High God and His Son that is allowing you to breathe, listen, hear, shit, piss, eat, sleep, and fuck, and to procreate. They don't dictate to you nothing. God does. You're the man. You call the shots and call them in righteousness with love. You don't have to be an angry fucking lion roaring in the house to do so. You just have to stand your ground, all right? And do not let these tears and the hooping and hollering and the manipulation move you, unless you just want to move out, and that's a smart move as well. Let's continue. Now listen to the brother as he's trying to absorb all her lack thereof, all her problems, all her emotional incapabilities. Listen.
I'm here every night. I'm hands-on with our kids.
I'm here every night. I'm hands-on with our kids. Not to mention he got money in the bank, big house, nice cars, fine clothes, food on the table. You got a big brother in the house for protection. Listen.
I'm here every night. I'm hands-on with our kids. And I provide for you. So in my mind, I think a lot of men think the same way.
Right. It's not about comparing yourself to the worst.
No.
You heard what this woman said? You heard what this unappreciative bitch. Witch. I'm sorry. I mean bitch. Witch bitch. You heard what she said? It's not about comparing yourself to the worst. My God. How unappreciative can you be?
It's not about comparing yourself to the worst.
No, I'm not comparing myself to the worst. What I'm trying to explain to you how men think. Men don't think emotional in depth the way women think. But now I'm seeing where we are. We're not growing together in the same direction, like you said.
Now, she made this man believe through constant and consistent complaining, irritation, tearing up, crying. She had this man believing, as he just heard, you heard him say with his own mouth, that now I understand because you said, let's listen again. Like you said, I understand that we're not aligning. Now this man believed that is maybe, just maybe, it's something that he's doing. Just maybe it's something he's doing. Now, typically, when a man is doing something that's hurtful to a woman, is because he's either cheating on her with somebody else, or he's hitting on her, right? Abusing her, physically abusing her, right? That's typically what it is, right? Or it's typically, if it's not that any abuse, it's because of the lack of money to live a certain lifestyle. But they're living that lifestyle. What is this woman's excuse? Selfishness. Using this man's own weakness. Knowing, see, women love it too when a man is not dealing with no other woman, or when no other woman he's not giving no eyes to no other women. Because now it shows that she has total control. This is what they call narcissists. Now, a lot of times it just be motherfuckers having demons on them. A lot of times it just because motherfuckers are evil. They decide to take advantage of good people. That's it. Trying to put a medical term on it, so now you don't have to go to jail for killing or hitting on somebody or doing something vile to someone. Now you could just sit there and go to a fucking insane hospital, and once they say that you're good, you can get back out into the public. No. It's because it's in you. It's because the evil is in you. Taking advantage of someone, trying to use somebody's goodness for your benefit. And that's what's happening here. And this man is starting to believe maybe it's something more than him being there with his kids and his wife, waking up to him, going to sleep with him. He's there every night. The other couple they're hanging with, this woman is complaining about because the man works so hard so he can leave a legacy for his kids. You see? So that's the witchery that most women, not all women, most women uses in order to take control of her husband's mind and his spirit, the strength. And most women does this because they see a lot of power in men. And it is an envious spirit, a jealous spirit, an evil spirit that makes them envy the very thing that God has given them to protect them and provide for them, which is their man, their husband. That's how sad and evil and vile it has become in this earth, that women are even deciding to manipulate the strong, healthy, positive, righteous go-getters of men in their own homes. They're destroying their own homes just to be selfish, to end up with nothing and alone, and to be dying alone by themselves.
I'm in a desperation type mode, like, how do I fix this overnight? Because you want to fix now because you've been waiting for so long.
You hear that? Now this man is so damn desperate, he don't know what to do. He is out of his wits, saying that she been wanting it for so long. That's how long she's been bothering this man about doing something else. All this woman want to be independent from him. So this what she is going to do is like a succubus spirit. She's going to drain this man of his resources because he looks like the type. The way he's talking is what I mean by looks like the type. Is that he's probably willing to give everything in his pocket, everything in his bank account to make sure he resolved this issue. And that's the sad part, guys. We're going to watch a little bit more and we're going to get back to the video.
Right. Because you want to fix now because you've been waiting for so long. Once Monique got upset about it and I really started thinking about it, I'm like, that was an aha moment to me. I'm still in it with you, as long as you're still in it with me, and I feel like you are.
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. Shoot, I would have just stayed in Tanzania.
I would have stayed over there with you.
See, she wanted to hear that. She would have stayed in whatever city or Kansas City, wherever city she's from. He said, I would have stayed over there with you. Wherever you go, I'll follow you. Which, look, I want to have a side note real quick. Now, I'm talking about the woman becoming attentive to her man, right? It just goes to show you how that in society is not the norm. And they're trying to bring it as far as from the norm as possible. If you remember, Beyonce had this song, Catering to Your Man. You know what I'm saying? After she did that song, they must have got on the record labels and the powers that be in these wicked, crooked, warlocking motherfuckers must have got on her ass and said, hey, look, ain't no more catering to your man. Well, y'all need to pay attention to the clues that are before your eyes. Now, this is for the men and for the women. For the women that are woke, help the women that are asleep. And that's where the help come in. That's where the helpmate come in at. Though you may not be our own woman, but as a whole, you can help the men out as a collective. But I put in being attentive to your man. Look what you got. What happens when there's lack of attention, how to let your boyfriend know you need more attention, how to make your man pay attention, how to keep your guy interested. I need attention from my husband. I put in for as looking up, being attentive to your man. And they give you the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So I want you guys to be able to see these things. And all the examples go to everything else besides towards a man. 15 things women do only with men they love. How a woman should treat a man. 30 things women want in a relationship. It's all about what they goddamn want. Because a woman don't know what a man needs. Women talk to other women, talk to other women, talk to other women on what a man needs. How the fuck a woman gonna tell you what we need and we the man? Right? So side note, guys, on why you should be paying a close attention to the clues that they give you. Of a lot of things, words being changed, the meaning of words having new meaning in the newer dictionaries. If you can, guys, try to go to thrift stores or, book sales and garage sales to find older dictionaries to know the meaning of words and older Bible dictionaries to actually know the real meaning of words. All right. Also take heed, guys. They're changing husband to the word partner. That's the new terminology they're trying to get you to accept. Instead of husband or wife, They want to be known as partner now, so it could be more global, more inclusive, I guess. All right, guys. I thank you guys. I thank all of you for tuning in. As always, for the better and the bigger picture of us ascending out of the state of mind that we're in now, which is a very low state, into who God has called us to be. Of course, by now you know this is your guy's guy, your man's man, your brother, Shackle, with another episode of Supermen Talk. Yes, sir. So until next time, I'll holla.
No, I'm looking down from up in the sky. I don't like it. Oh, I've been without you for all this time. Good God, I'm bent out of shape now. You got a body like a model. You got a body that you always find. Open up a bottle, and baby, you can have whatever you want. You taste so sweet, I can't help myself. You like candy, you like liquid honey. You taste so sweet, I can't help myself. You like candy, you like liquid honey. Oh, we're moving places I can't control. I don't know how to be without you. I don't feel whole. Look what you've done to